Hi, everybody. I'm here today wearing my No King's Day t-shirt, which says, "Hate never made any nation great." I just thought I might as well wear it, even though I'm not really talking about hate. Today I want to talk about a really surprisingly simple way to boost your happiness, and that is gratitude. Okay, I know, before you roll your eyes and think, yeah, I've heard all this before, just stick with me, because I'm not just going to tell you to be grateful. I'm also going to show you why it works, and tell you what science says. And most importantly, I'm going to give you some tips on how to actually be grateful. So let's start with one question. When was the last time you truly felt grateful? I'm not talking about being polite, like saying thanks when someone holds the door for you, but really heartfelt appreciation for someone or something. If it's been a while, you're not alone. Life moves fast. Stress, distractions, deadlines, it all gets in the way. But there's good news. Gratitude is a shortcut to happiness. And I'm not talking about fake it till you make it. It's noticing what you have right here, right now, and authentically appreciating it. Studies from UC Berkeley and Harvard show that people who regularly practice gratitude sleep better, they feel less depressed, and they even experience fewer aches and pains. And this was an interesting study. One study asked people to write 3 things every day that they were grateful for. And after 10 weeks, these people were 25% happier than the people who didn't write these things down, which that's pretty amazing. So it begs the question, why does being grateful work? There's a couple of reasons. And one is that it shifts your focus. So instead of obsessing about what's missing, your mind starts noticing like what's good. And the more you notice the good, the more good you see. It's kind of like putting on new glasses. The world doesn't change, but the way you see it does. Okay. Another good reason that being grateful is helpful is that it's grounding. Life isn't always sunshine and rainbows. There are those days that are just filled with fear, anger, anxiety, grief, loneliness, you name it. And gratitude doesn't erase those things, but it helps you stay rooted when storms roll in. Think of it like emotional gravity. It brings you back to what really matters. You might say, "Today was rough, but I'm grateful my dog was so happy to see me when I came in." Or, "I'm still anxious, but I'm so thankful that my friend called today to see how I was doing." It's not about denial, it's perspective. So the more gratitude you can express, the better. So how do you actually make gratitude a habit? Okay, well, there's 4 ways I'm going to share with you. And the first one is what I do. It's super simple. I have a little notebook, and every morning when I wake up, I write down one thing that I've been grateful for. And over time, that book has so many it's a big long list. And I can look back to it, if I'm having a day where I'm not feeling particularly happy, I can look back at the list, and it always brings my spirits up. Okay, another thing you can do is every night before bed, write down 3 things you are grateful for. And they don't have to be deep. They could be super simple, like I'm grateful for a hot shower. I'm so grateful my favorite song came on. And, sometimes a kind word from someone at work that's unexpected can be something you're grateful for. So it doesn't matter what they are. They could be little things, but the main thing is to be consistent, because that will force your brain to start scanning for the good things all day long, because it knows you're going to write them down, and it wants to help you. The third thing is you can take a gratitude walk. leave your phone home and go for a 10-minute walk. And with each step, silently or out loud, say one thing you're thankful for. You're walking around outside. It could be, I'm grateful and thankful for nature. I'm thankful I have a good memory. I'm thankful my legs let me do this walk in my neighborhood. It's simple, it's grounding, and it really works. And then the last thing I want to share is tell someone in your life right now why you appreciate them. You could say something like, I appreciate how you always listen without judgment, or you made a difference in my life when you fill in the blank. We all have people who are helping us all the time, and we really need to let them know how important they are to us. So not only is gratitude contagious, here's the science part. It is backed by science. Gratitude changes your brain. It lights up your brain's dopamine and serotonin systems. It's something that those feel-good chemicals I'm always talking about. And over time, repeated gratitude actually rewires your brain to be more optimistic. So it's like building a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger your natural happiness becomes. In other words, you don't need a perfect life, just a grateful heart. So let me leave you with this. Gratitude isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about finding meaning in the middle of the mess, noticing beauty even when things are broken, and being thankful. Not because life is easy, but because you're still here. And that alone is something worth celebrating. So if you want to be happier, be grateful every single day, even for the small stuff, especially for the small stuff. Okay, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone you appreciate, and in the comments below, let me know one thing you're grateful for today. And for more ways to live your happiest life from the inside out without spending a dime, please subscribe. I'm Jan Fishler, author, happiness coach, and this has been your weekly dose of happiness. Thanks for watching.